Trump wants to upend the international order. For 100 years, in the post-World War II era, the United States has led its allies and the world for freedom and peace. In the post-World War II era, we created international institutions that promoted political, economic, and security arrangements that promoted peace and freedom and economic growth. The United States and its allies mostly led this effort. There was an emphasis on democracy, economic interdependence, and collective security. The international institutions have become such a part of who we are that we often forget about them. You have the United Nations, which is intended to create international cooperation and prevent war. NATO, which in the height of the Cold War aimed to promote democracy and stop the spread of communism. The World Trade Organization, which promoted free trade. The World Health Organization, which promoted data collection and freedom and sharing of information between scientists. Smart people can debate the scale of how involved in these institutions we should be. We've had neocons who believe we should go it alone, and we've had internationalists who think we should, in any intervention, should be part of a group of nations. Trump doesn't believe in any of that. He's way outside the norm of what we've had for an American president. He thinks we're being ripped off by our allies because our allies don't pay their fair share in these governing bodies. We're leaving the World Health Organization. For the first time ever, we're going to see an American president start to abandon the international institutions that built us up for 100 years and created peace and stability for 100 years. To be fair, some of these institutions need reform. Some of these organizations have lost their way. A good example of this is the United Nations as it relates to Israel and the Gaza war. It's clear that the United Nations has taken a very fringe view that goes outside their, or not a fringe view, a view that goes outside their traditional role. A role that should be for peace-loving people and freedom-loving people. The solution to these institutions losing their way is not abandonment. It's the United States leading. It's the United States reforming it. The solution is American leadership. The irony is that these institutions, built by us, have been the greatest investment we've ever made. They're a cheap and easy investment. Democracies for a century have flourished. Democratic peace, whereby one democratic country is unlikely to wage war against another democratic nation, has led to immense peace. We've had the greatest economic growth, economic trade, and economic interdependence over the last 100 years that has led to, some would say, the greatest growth ever. The global economic system has rose billions of people out of poverty. Not everyone is for these economic institutions, these global institutions. One person who's against it is Vladimir Putin. Putin's not-so-secret goal is to create a multipolar world whereby large nations can do as they wish without any repercussions. It's why Putin's land grab was so unique, because we have these institutions. For 100 years, there wasn't war in Europe. Countries don't just annex other countries because they want to, because of these institutions. It's a dangerous world without the United States leading it. There's a growing Axis powers. Russia, Iran, North Korea. They don't value traditional values, traditional liberal values of free speech and rule of law and democracy. Maybe China joins this group, maybe Turkey joins this group, but it seems like Donald Trump wants to join this group. And I don't think the American people view themselves as part of this group. We're the good guys. It's a dangerous world without the United States leading it.